Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a face makeup routine, an updated face makeup routine. So everything from foundation or prepping the skin to foundation to cream contouring and powder contouring and all of that. And my updated, routine of how I do that process when I kind of am doing like a makeup look that's a little extra than just like your everyday going to work makeup look. I have had some really big changes in my skin because I started Accutane like 5 months ago. I'm almost done with it, but it has definitely changed my skin quite a bit. And I have always or have been using the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation for quite a while now, all throughout this process and beforehand when my skin was very oily. And I love it. I love the coverage. I think it's like a fantastic foundation. I've never seen another foundation like it. Absolutely love it. But I did notice that I am getting like dry patches and things like that. My skin is not half as oily as it used to be. I have more like normal to combination dry even skin at this point. But I have a lot of scarring and stuff like that, so I like the coverage of it. So I decided that maybe I should start looking for other foundations that I have that are more luminous, that weren't enough coverage necessarily for me, and try mixing them together. And I've tried a bunch and kind of didn't really love the results of any of them thus far. But I tried a new one today on camera, and I love, love, love the result. And I think that this is definitely going to be my new go-to combo for foundation. I just think they balance each other out really nicely. So you guys will see that in the video and see what I use to mix together. So if you are somebody like me who, needs a lot of coverage but doesn't want to just be completely flat and have like dry patches showing with a super matte foundation, this may be a really good way for you to go. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the tutorial. Bye, enjoy. Hey guys, so we're going to start by prepping the skin with this Makeup Forever Pore Filling Primer. This is a really universal primer. I used it when I had super oily skin, and I still use it now that I'm more like combination dry. And it seems to work either way, and I really like the way that my makeup sits on top of it, and I do feel like it fills in pores. It actually does what it says it does, which is not always the case with primers. So before I go in with foundation, I'm just putting my full coverage concealer down on top of this acne scar that I have here that I've had for like a hot minute now, and my dermatologist and I are trying to get rid of this thing, but we will see. So I'm going to go in with the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, I believe, the liquid one from Becca, and I'm just going to take my beauty blender and I'm actually going to put this all over my face. In the past, whenever I would do this, I would be very selective about where I put it, more just where you would highlight with a powder, so tops of the cheekbones, all of that. But now, again, that my skin is, much drier, I am laying this all over the skin because I kind of like the way it gives my foundation a nice luminous look. So today I am mixing my Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation that I've been using for months and months. Love, 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 love the coverage. Think it's a fantastic foundation. But now that my skin is drier, I'm finding that I don't love the way it sits on my skin all the time. So here I use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation, which is like, a holy grail product for many people. A lot of people love this foundation, and it is a matte foundation and more of a full coverage foundation, but I find that it is not even close to anywhere as matte as the all-nighter one. So mixing them together for me does give me like the full coverage that I'm looking for, but it isn't so intense. It kind of like waters down the matte finish of the Urban Decay one while keeping the coverage. So now I'm going to go in with my Smashbox contouring stick, and I am just going to cream contour my face, just everywhere that you would normally, the cheekbones, the top of my forehead, and just a little bit under my lip. My bottom lip, I should say. So now I'm taking this It Cosmetics buffing brush, and I am just going to town on this. As you can see, I left this pretty much like all in so that you could see how much blending I really do. It might look in the video like it was difficult for me to like blend this out. It really wasn't. I think it's just because it's sped up so much that it kind of looks like I'm like going ham on it. It really was very easy to blend out. But if you ever have an issue with that and you feel like you're really tugging at your skin, it's not going to sit right and the makeup's not going to look good in the end. So you should really try to use like an oil on your brush or mix it in with the cream itself, or even spray your brush with like a Max Fix Plus or something like that, and it will help you blend it out better.
and like do less tugging on your skin. So now I'm just using that same Smashbox contouring stick to contour my nose a little bit. So the thing about this that I find so funny is even when I watch like super amazing makeup artist YouTubers, I feel like 90% of the time, unless they already have like a pretty much perfect nose to begin with and they really don't even need to be contouring it, it looks messy. Like when you watch this looks messy. But the thing about contouring your nose, I feel like, is this always looks messy. Like I was saying, like even some of the best YouTubers when they do this, I feel like it looks like a hot mess. You have to blend most of it away. You have to be careful about the way that you blend it out. But to me, the most important part of a nose contour is is almost like the highlighting and what you do afterwards. So you'll see what I do here with the concealer. Basically cleaning up the nose contour is essential to making it look nice. It's going to be difficult again unless you have like a nearly perfect nose to begin with to just do a cream contour on your nose and not go back and clean it up with like powders and highlighter afterwards. So I'm just putting this Kat Von D, not highlighter, excuse me, Kat Von D concealer all over my under eye to cover my bags, and again cleaning up that nose contour, a little bit above my upper lip, and a little bit on my chin, bringing it down the center of my nose, and then just a little bit in the center of my forehead, in between my brows. And now I'm, showing off how beautiful I look. So here, I'm just blending it out. Same thing as usual, nothing special here. Again, when it comes to this part, you gotta be a little bit careful with the nose contour. Just make sure you don't accidentally cover up the contouring that you did like too much. So you do have to be a little bit more careful in that part, but everywhere else, when it comes to blending concealer, it's pretty basic. So now that that's done, I also finished up my under eye makeup. And I'm going to go in with this contouring shade from the Anastasia Contour Kit, powder one, and I'm using a small, I think it's a blush brush technically from Morphe, and I'm just going to use that to set the cream contour and to just kind of make it more intense a little bit. I wanted to leave like all the blending of this in just so you guys could see, the amount of blending that it actually takes for me to like the outcome. So I'm taking my Makeup Forever Profusion bronzer and just a big like fluffy, I think it's technically a blush brush, but it's like way too huge for my face for it to be a blush brush. So I use it as a bronzer brush sometimes when I want kind of like a light wash of color, which is more what I tend to do if I'm actually doing like a stronger contour. I typically don't do both, like really bronzed and a strong contour. I kind of pick one or the other, and on an average basis, I probably pick bronzer more so, just because you can be a little bit more like quick and sloppy about it. Yeah, so, and now I am just taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I am baking just to clean up the contour. I'm also going to use this to clean up the contour on my nose and to kind of like set my under eyes. Like I do a lighter layer than I'm doing here under my cheekbone on my under eye. So it's not like quite as thick, but I still use it to chisel out the nose contour and then to kind of let a little bit sit on the under eye. And then I take whatever is left on the beauty blender, the damp beauty blender, and just press it into the center of my forehead to set that area. So now I'm taking this Makeup Geek blush. Oh, I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. Is it Spellbound? No, I don't think that one's Spellbound. The one above what I used, I think, is Spellbound. Either way, I'll put it down below. And I just used a Clinique blush to pop that on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm taking this awesome brush from Morphe. It's like really tapered at the end, but super fluffy and not dense at all. Like it's perfect for brushing away baking powder. It's like the best brush that I have for that. So I just kind of brush that product away, and then as you can see, I go over my face a ton of times. I go under my chin just to make sure that my face is not sticky at all or anything from any of the liquid or cream products, and that everything is set. So here I took a little blending brush, an eyeshadow brush actually, and took the Lou-Manizer by the Balm highlighter, which is like an infamous highlighter, and popped that on the apples of my cheeks. The top of my cheekbones, what am I saying? My cupid's bow down the center of my nose, and then a little itty bit on my chin. And this was like beaming on top of the Shimmering Skin Perfector that I laid down before the foundation. Like the two together are crazy. My highlight never looks like that, but it looked like that today because of that combination. So now we are completely done with the face. I put some mascara on my upper and lower lashes off camera, so now the eye makeup is complete. And I'm taking this Clinique lip liner. It's called Lipblush. It's my favorite Clinique lip liner. It's just like a really good universal shadow shade. And I'm just lining my lips like I always would. Nothing special. So now I'm going to take this Clinique lipstick. I think it's either called Blushing or Matte Blush. It's one of their like newer matte lipsticks that they came out with last year while I was working there, and I like this color. It's a good fall color for me, a fall winter color, because it's like kind of has some depth to it, but it's still in like the pinky range that I like to stay with. And you can put a lot of glosses and lipsticks like this one over it, and this is my absolute favorite Clinique lipstick like of all time. It's called, what is it? I think it's called Peony Pop. I think. God damn. I can't remember. I'm going to have to link it down below. But I just popped that over the center for a little bit of shine and to make like a little bit of an ombre effect. So now I am just using my Smashbox primer water to set my skin, and as always I won't go in with my beauty blender and just kind of press everything together to make sure that everything looks really, really smooth and nice. And that is it for this tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!